Hello, everybody. Long time no video. I'm making a video for you all this week that is about the concept of respecting our children by setting boundaries and following through with them. And the inspiration to make this video for you all came from a mom in our coaching group this week who is struggling with something that I think we all face at some point during our parenthood, this reticence to follow through with our consequences because we're afraid that we're going to be the bad parent or the mean one. Our kids are going to hate us. And I'm going to read to you what this mom shared, which was so profound about her fear of setting and enforcing boundaries with her teenage daughter. And she said, if I say no to this, then what if that's the end? What if that's the final straw where she just stops wanting to even be a part of my life? That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of losing her. So I just keep saying yes. I get it. That is so hard. And we all face this at some point to lesser or more extreme degrees and at different ages with our kids. It is scary and it's hard to believe. And that's kind of the leap of faith that I'm asking a lot of my clients to take, to believe that by setting boundaries, you are actually getting closer with your kiddo. So that's what I want to invite you into today, to start thinking about enforcing boundaries as a sign of respect and honoring your kiddo. Here, I'm going to give you an example to illustrate what I mean by that. So let's say you have a kiddo who is really struggling with manners at the dinner table. They're always disruptive at the dinner table. Maybe they even like throw food, they argue, they won't sit in their chair, they're like getting in everybody else's way. One of our most common challenges with this when our kids were younger was that they always wanted to crawl into our lap while we were eating. And I do not like having someone in my lap while I'm eating. Unless you're a baby, I have to put up with it. But outside of the baby zone, everyone needs to stay in their own space while we're eating. So let's just say that that's what's going on with you. Let's say you decide to either use one of two love and logic techniques. That's what I kind of teach my clients to do. One is to set a boundary with choice, or to set a boundary by using an enforceable statement. So you could be saying to your kid, do you want to sit nicely at the dinner table with us, or do you want to spend dinner time in your bedroom? Your choice, whatever you decide. Or you set in a boundary by saying, feel free to stay at the dinner table with us as long as it's not disruptive to everyone else who's eating. When you do that, however you're setting that boundary, you are giving your child a choice, either an implicit choice with enforceable statement or a real obvious choice with actually saying, do you want this or do you want that to your child? That choice is theirs to make. When our kids make the choice we wish they wouldn't, like they choose to continue to misbehave at the table, so that means that they have to spend their time away from dinner while we're all eating in this scenario, right? When they make the choice we wish they didn't, and we don't follow through, we're not respecting their decision. And in fact, we're giving all of these accidental messages to our kids. Like, I don't think that you can take in information and make a choice, or I can't respect when you make a choice, so I have to try to change your mind. I can't accept when you choose things that I don't like. All of those messages that are super disrespectful, they do not honor our children as separate entities from us, as autonomous beings, as intelligent beings, any of those things. And even a 2-year-old has the intellect to make this decision. Now, that does not mean that once they make that decision and you follow through, that they aren't going to say, oh, shoot, I really wish I had made a different choice. I don't like my decision. That's okay. That's what learning is, making a mistake and learning from your mistake. And that's great. But following through with your boundary and consequence is so important, not just for helping your child have better behavior later, but for establishing a healthy dynamic and relationship with your child. Because when you say, would you like to spend dinner in your bedroom or sit with us nicely at the table? Or feel free to sit at the dinner table as long as it's not disruptive. All of those things, when we say that and then we back it up with action on our part, what we are telling our child is, well, first of all, I respect your decisions. I'm not going to try to change your mind. I'm not going to try to control you or make you my puppet. Also, I mean what I say and I say what I mean. You can rely on me. I'm actually really, really dependable and predictable. I'm not this confusing wild card. I'm not a moving target. And I think all of us have had experiences in the past, whether it's in a relationship with a parent or somebody else in our lives, where they don't follow through, they acquiesce on things, or they're just so wishy-washy that you just never know where you stand with them. That is so unhealthy in a parent-child relationship. So that's why I say that following through with your consequences and sticking to your boundaries is something that actually creates closeness in a relationship, because you become a safe space as long as you're enforcing those things with neutrality and love and compassion. That's a topic for another video, and you've heard me talk about it many times already. But that does create closeness. It shows respect for our kids, and it treats them with dignity, and it makes us that safe, caring space for them. So crazily, being the quote unquote mean mommy or tough, strict dad, or whatever you want to say, whatever worry you have about who you're going to be as a parent, if you follow through with your boundaries, it's actually the opposite of what you're afraid of. That closeness and that connection is coming because you follow through, you say what you mean, and you mean what you say. So I want to invite you this week to just start challenging any thoughts you do have about enforcing your boundaries, and question that. Ask yourself, what if by setting this boundary, I'm actually respecting and honoring my child? And how might that make following through on my consequences and on my boundaries a lot easier for me, because it feels like something I'm doing for my child and for our relationship, not something that they have to get over because I'm mean and a jerk and they hate me now. I hope that is really helpful for you. If you want to go deeper with this work, if you're ready to truly up-level your parenting and get unlimited support for the rest of your parenting career from me, it might be time for us to talk about you either joining that coaching group or working with me privately, however that looks. So set up a free discovery call with me and we will get the ball rolling. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.